That's a lit up phone screen. Anything to say to your boss?
No.
I'm going to report it to the police. Sorry?
Now, if you're from the UK or drive, you've definitely heard of Cycling Mikey because this guy really hates car drivers. Now, I'm going to get into all detail even if you're new to this guy and why everyone really hates him. And I'm going to also send you my opinions on him. Now, although everyone who knows Cycling Mikey knows him as a villain, there are people that support him and support his cause. And I'm going to get into what he actually does. He's basically the cycling Batman, except he doesn't help anyone. So Cycling Mikey is a cyclist in the UK who his dad actually got cooked by one dangerous driver who was driving apparently on his phone. And I'm just going to show you in the clip what he said in the podcast.
My dad's body under a yellow blanket, and the wreckage of my dad's motorbike. It didn't even look like the nice motorbike it was. On his way back, he was hit by a drunk driver in a car, and he was on a little Suzuki motorcycle. I remember coming back from the gliding club and hearing the phone ringing, and it took me a while to come into the house because I lived in my parents' house at the time, but in a room away from the house. So it took me a little while, and I remember hearing the phone ringing repeatedly. I answered the phone and I got some kind of garbled message from a shopkeeper. It's not like the UK back then when you'd have a policeman come dressed up in number ones to bring the bad news. And the shopkeeper just said there'd been some kind of accident and told me where it was. So I actually rode out there on my motorcycle.
So this is exactly where it all began. Cycling Mikey's dad got killed by a driver who was apparently drunk, but I still don't get what that's got to do with stopping random people who are on their phones in traffic. And there's a very, very big controversy with that one, especially with people living in the UK. Now, in the UK law, you are not allowed to use your phone even if the car is stopped in traffic, as this is against the rules of the road, and you could get up to 6 points and a fine. Now, there's a lot of controversy as people who are drive in a safe manner sometimes do get to use their phones. For example, if you really got to set up your navigation and there's a lot of emergencies that could happen on the way. Now, I'm not here to judge anyone or to give out rulings to you guys. You should always follow the law, but I'm here to talk about Cycling Mikey himself and what he does to stop these drivers. Now, usually if you get stopped by an officer, he will be the one who gives you the fines, or he will be the one who prosecutes you. Now, Cycling Mikey takes things to his own hands, and I know some people might say, listen, he's doing a good cause, he's helping the people out. Sometimes he does get too far. Like, that includes violating people's privacy. Like, someone's just chilling, driving in their car. You wouldn't expect anyone with a bald head looking like some creepy uncle from the granny game just to appear into your screen and freak you out, even if you weren't really on your phone. And if you were on your phone while the traffic is still there, okay, maybe it's not the most ideal thing to do, but it's still not as dangerous as he makes it to seem out to be. Yes, phones are a big distraction, and my phone just rang right now, what a coincidence. And again, okay, you know what, androids are a big distraction, and I just threw my phone out the window. But either way, back to Cycling Mikey. Now, Cycling Mikey actually rose to fame by catching out some famous people as well, including Chris Eubank, who was actually on his phone, and I'll play you the clip.
Nice car, mate.
Thank you.
I hope you're not using the phone. I know, but if I film you using it and you get 6 points.
Yeah.
Did you read about Guy Ritchie?
I didn't actually. I read about David Beckham.
Oh, that was some other random person, but I was the one who got Guy Ritchie. I didn't even know who he was.
Right.
Are you famous? I wouldn't know who you are either.
I'm just a guy.
Medical speaking, how may I help?
You happy now?
Yeah, but you shouldn't be holding it, should you?
Hi. Go away. Go away.
You shouldn't be holding it, should you?
I'm an officer.
Hi.
You're a police officer.
Yeah, off you go.
Should you be holding your phone?
Off you go.
No? I'll stay here.
Can I put me through to...
Damn, what a baller. Look how stylish Chris Eubank looks, driving away like nothing just happened. Of course, Chris Eubank can handle himself, even if he got the points and a fine. He's well enough, doing well better. He's doing way better than Cycling Mikey. Now, drivers seem to think that Cycling Mikey actually has a vendetta against all drivers, and he wants to get them all prosecuted. Like, he even wouldn't stop, even for ambulance drivers. You guys do realize ambulances save our lives. They're the ones there to get to us so we can get rescued by them. And the problem is, he's going after these ambulance drivers. Like, if he just injured his leg and needed a hospital, he would call the ambulance. So imagine these ambulance drivers who would now lose their job. So now we'll have less nurses on the road, and we will now have less emergency services because one cyclist is angry that they're using the phone. And it's not like they're driving in a dangerous way or manner, as they are stationary in a vehicle in the ambulance van. And who knows, maybe they had to set up some navigation, or they got emergency contacts or something bad happened on the way, sometimes you do have to check your phone for something. And if you're stood still in traffic, I personally think, out of my opinion, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you're stood still in traffic and you got some sort of emergency on your phone that happened, you should be able to just check your phone for a bit. I mean, it's not like you're driving or distracting yourself while your vehicle is moving. I know you should always be aware on the road, but what Cycling Mikey does isn't always correct, as he does cause more distraction. You can see evidently in his videos. He causes more distraction than the phone by obstructing the people who are driving. Like, if you see a creepy man just through your windshield, you just want to smack him, wouldn't you? And especially because he's using his dad's death to get revenge on all drivers when he himself does a lot of illegal activities like crossing red lights. Now that's off topic and I don't really want to give too much of my opinion. I want to know your opinion on this one, guys, but I want to show you why people still got angry at him. There's this other rapper, UK artist named Castillo, who also got caught by Cycling Mikey, and there's his opinion shared online, and I find it hilarious.
Big man thing, yeah. So I've just seen this video online about me getting caught by Cycling Mikey, and the video's nearly got like 1 million views. Bruv, listen, that's not me, bruv. Man's moving mad out there. But you know what? I hear it though, because the other day I was driving, and I don't use my phone while I'm driving, but it got me bare paranoid, bruv. I was like, yo, what if he's here, bruv? What if man's here in the shadows lurking, bruv? But I'll tell you what he needs to do though. He needs to go after them balloon man. Them man that do balloons and drive. Because them man are dickheads.
And I completely agree with what Castillo said here. Now, if you guys are not from the UK, you probably would not understand this slang, but I'll explain it to you. What he's trying to say is there are more dangerous users on the roads, and what he means by balloons, if you guys don't know, in my town and a lot of places in the UK, people are starting to do drugs like balloons. Balloons are little gases that you inhale while you drive. Some people do it while they drive to get that sense of aura and sense of being in heaven. I don't know how, I don't know what it makes you feel, but apparently it makes you very lightheaded, and it's a very dangerous illegal drug to take while you're driving. And there's a lot of drivers who die to this. They actually die, and it's increasing in deaths as it makes you unaware of the situation in the road, and it makes your reactions very slow. Drug driving is a lot worse than being on your phone.
I can see phone held up to his hand. He's got a FaceTime call there. Hello, mate.
No thank you, because I do not want a creepy man looking at me in the car. Now, I feel like one day Cycling Mikey is gonna do this in the wrong area. Like, if he comes to Birmingham, where I'm from, he will meet up with some really creepy, dodgy people who will not stop for nothing. I mean, these guys do not care about the law or the police or cameras. They will come the next day with balaclavas and masks and knock on his door, and probably the last time he will get a knock on his door. I'm not here trying to incite any sort of violence. I'm just here to show you guys that sometimes when you mess with people too much, it does get out of hand. You might do it to the wrong people. And why do I say this about Cycling Mikey? Because he's out there chasing vulnerable people like ambulance drivers and old men and people who are just sat there in safe situations, when there's a lot worse danger happening out there that he should really be chasing, like people who do drug driving, drunk driving, and people who do dangerous driving. These guys are the ones that need to be stopped. And I'm not saying you should be able to sit on your phone and drive like this is a normal thing. Of course, if you're there moving around in your vehicle on your phone dangerously, then that is really bad and that should get you prosecuted. But when someone's stationary in traffic and in a vulnerable state where, let's say, they're getting distracted by their phone because there's a heavy traffic and it's not moving, I would say personally, just let them slide, let them be, let them live. Everyone makes mistakes in their life, and as long as you're not directly putting people in danger, you shouldn't be able to get judged like that, especially by someone like Cycling Mikey. Come on, if someone's about to stop me on my phone, at least let it be someone like Sabrina Carpenter or Madison Beer, or like stop me by Ariana Grande, like switching my position for you. Okay, no, I got distracted, sorry. Anyway guys, this is me, Dr. Drama, and I'm just here to spill all the drama for you about Cycling Mikey, and let me know if there's any other person you want my opinions on or you want me to talk about. But for now, this is the most hated cyclist in the world, and I am Dr. Drama, the most hated YouTuber in the world. I'm joking. I hope you guys love the video and subscribe if you haven't.